In this video, we are going to be looking at how to change the number of attempts allowed for students and submission views in the quizzes tool. So again, to access that quiz tool, we go up to assessment and select quizzes. So here we're just going to select a quiz that has already been created, this new quiz we created in the last video, and we'll go edit. So now what we're going to do is talk about how we can change the number of allowed attempts for students. So in order to do that, we're going to go to attempts and completion. And right now, it says that students are only allowed one attempt. If we want to allow them more than one attempt on the quiz, we can just go manage attempts and select, let's say we wanted 3 attempts. So there are some options here. So if this is a graded quiz and you're assigning a mark to it and you want it to give you a mark, the overall grade calculation can be based on the highest attempt, lowest attempt, average of all attempts, first attempt, or last attempt. Any one of those you can use for the grade calculation. And the other option is every time they retake it, you can give them only the questions they got incorrect. So on new attempts, allow only answers for previously incorrect questions. So they can keep doing it and only get the questions they got wrong until they get them all right. Those are all different options you can have. So you can also have attempt conditions, right? So on attempt 1, they must have a certain grade to release attempt 2. And on attempt 2, they must have a certain grade to release attempt 3. So if they got over 80%, you could not give them another attempt kind of thing. However you want to use that, but that's just another option. So we're just going to select OK, and we've just changed it to 3 attempts. Now, the other thing that you can change here is what's called submission views. So that if your quiz is auto-graded and set up that Brightspace is automatically going to grade it for you and return it to the students, what are the students going to be able to see, right? Or if it's not auto-graded, when you grade it and return it to the students, what are the students going to be able to see? So that is done here in evaluation and feedback. Now we have auto-publish attempt results immediately upon completion. That means that is selected right now. So what that means is as soon as a student submits it, they're going to get feedback based on the questions that Brightspace can mark. So if it's a quiz that Brightspace can mark everything, for example, multiple choice, true, false, matching, things like that, they're going to get their mark right away. If it's something where there are long answer questions that Brightspace can't mark on its own, it's going to mark everything that it can and leave those questions for you. So some of the marks look artificially low because some of those questions haven't been graded yet. So you're going to have to go in, grade them, give it a mark, and then that'll be the true mark. So if there are questions that you're going to have to mark on your own, you might want to take that off because you're going to get questions from students saying, why did I do so poorly? And you're going to write a lot of emails saying, well, I just haven't marked these long answer questions yet or something. All right. So when you do end up publishing to students or when it's automatically published, what are students going to be able to see? So they're going to be able to see the grade that they got because that's checked. If you don't want them to see the grade, you can uncheck it. And automatically, they're not going to see any questions or how they did on any specific questions. But what you can do is allow them to see questions and how they did. For example, you could let them see incorrect questions only. So you could let them see, here are the questions you got wrong, and here are the right answers for those questions. You could let them see incorrect questions without correct answers. So here are the ones you got wrong without the correct answers being displayed. You can let them see all questions with all answers or all questions without correct answers. Any one of those. So if you want them to see all the questions with all the answers at the end, you can let them see it. They'll see the ones they got wrong, the ones they got right, and the correct answers. You can do any one of those options. So that's how you can let students see how they did on the quiz. Again, we're just going to hit save and close to save those new settings. And we're back to here. Now, the one thing that I didn't show you in the last video, I'll show you quickly now, is there's this little I with the slash through it. That means students cannot see the quiz right now. When you want to let them see the quiz, you're just going to select that arrow and go make visible to users, and now they can see it. And again, we had previously set some dates here for it to be open. So those are the dates that they're going to be able to see it as well. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for more videos on quizzes.